You are earning more than you ever have, and somehow there is not enough to show for it. Here are 14 specific bad money habits that are keeping you poor. They might look like small everyday habits that might not matter individually, but slowly, together, they are keeping you poor. So let's go through what each one is actually costing you and exactly what you need to do to fix it. 1. Not knowing your real numbers. This might be the quietest money habit on this list. That's why I've kept it first. Most people know their salary. Very few know with any precision what they actually spend it on every month. Without that number, you have absolutely no way to know if you're actually getting richer year over year or just earning more and feeling the exact same. The fix: keep aside 1 hour today. Go through 3 months of bank and card statements and categorize where your money actually got spent. It doesn't have to be a perfect budget, you just need to get the real picture. 2. Subscription costs. Quick check. How many subscriptions are you actually paying for right now this very second? Most people cannot answer that correctly. 4 streaming apps, cloud storage, a fitness app, AI tools. None of these look expensive individually. That is exactly the problem. But adding it up over an entire year, you often end up spending between 15 to 20,000 rupees in charges for things that you don't really need to pay for. I did a subscription optimization recently and saved my family more than 20,000 rupees annually. The fix is boring, but here it is. Every 6 months, go through every recurring subscription payment and ask one honest question: did I use it in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, cancel it or reduce the plan and optimize it. 3. Lifestyle inflation. This one is a bit dangerous because this money mistake feels like success. You get a salary hike and almost immediately your spending finds a way to rise faster than it. Trade for the hike, a better apartment, eating out more, upgrading things that were working perfectly fine. All of it feels really good at the moment because you can technically afford each individual decision. The problem here is the savings rate in your life never moves up when your income goes up. The fix: next time you get a pay hike, increase your automatic investment amounts or SIPs first. Let your lifestyle catch up to what is left over, not the other way around. 4. Credit card mentality for wants. Simple test. If you cannot pay for something outright in cash right now, you probably should not be buying it on a credit card. That is not a rule against all loans. A home loan or an education loan is completely different. That is debt for an asset or for your own earning potential. I'm talking about the specific stuff you pay using your credit card. Clothes, gadgets, a night out, getting paid in small EMIs or with a mentality of I'll clear the credit card bill next month. I've seen people converting even 2,000, 3,000 rupees spends on their credit cards to EMIs so that they will be able to afford it. Interest rates on credit cards are between 36 to 42% every single year. You might have taken the card to get rewards and to take advantage of the bank, but now you are the customer who is funding reward points for others. So, if you can't pay fully in cash, wait. This tip will help you stay off unnecessary debt throughout your life. 5. Small saving today, big loss tomorrow. This is also a very big money mistake. It is skipping a small payment today which might end up in a big bill in a few months. It is not buying health insurance because the premium feels like wasted money until that one hospitalization wipes out years of savings in a single week. Or another example, change the engine oil in your car before you get a massive engine problem. So, before you try some jugaad to save a small amount, ask yourself, what is the worst case scenario here? How much might I end up paying? We are now 5 points in. Make sure you keep the comments open and type down which of these mistakes you are falling for today. Number 6. Impulsive, unbudgeted spending on loved ones. This one is uncomfortable because it comes from a good place in your heart. Your kid wants a new phone or a bike that everyone else already has. A friend suggests a trip that you cannot really afford. I've seen even my friends throwing huge parties for their parents while they have pending credit card bills in lakhs. See, I know, wanting to take care of people you love is not a bad thing, but the mistake is doing it impulsively without ever thinking if it will fit into your budget. Don't let money be just an emotional decision, especially in cases where you cannot afford it. 7. 30 rupee questions instead of 3 lakh rupee questions. Most people who feel stressed about money respond by tightening up their budgets. Here, you cut the coffee, you skip the cab, you negotiate with the local shopwala, but none of it will move the needle as much as you think because you're optimizing 30 rupee decisions while ignoring the 3 lakh rupee one sitting right there. Things like not comparing loan interest rates before signing, never checking if your landlord is overcharging your rent or maintenance. For many people, 5 or 6 big decisions done right would matter more than the 50 small ones. The fix: once a year, list the biggest financial decisions available to you. Might be big loans, rent, big purchases, and handle those before you touch a single habit. Number 8. Only cutting costs, never raising income. This is a habit of thinking savings is your only lever to financial success. Cutting costs has a ceiling. You can only cut so much before there is nothing left to cut. Raising your income does not have that ceiling. But some people spend all their financial energy on the spending side and none of it on the earning side. They never ask for a pay hike. They never build a second skill. They never test out a side income. The fix: pick one income side line item you will attack every quarter with the same energy you used to cut an expense. Build one skill you could raise income with. Test one small side income. Just one move every 3 months will compound a lot faster than cutting expenses that are already small. 9. Scarcity mindset. Now, hoping you actually have real numbers to look at from your life. Here is a flip side to everything we have talked about so far. Some people do not overspend. They underspend even when they genuinely can afford to otherwise. Reflexively saying, I cannot afford that without even checking. Refusing a trip or an upgrade that is well within your budget. Treating every single rupee as untouchable out of habit than actual financial difficulty. This is an honest money mistake causing you not to be happy. The fix: before you say no to something, check it against the real numbers from the last point. If the numbers say yes, let yourself say it too. Number 10. No financial system and goals. Vague goals do more damage than no goals at all. I want to save more is not a plan, it is just a wish. There is no number, no deadline, nothing to actually measure. So life gets in the way and vague goals always get ignored. The fix is to turn every financial goal into a specific number and with a specific end date. Don't just say save or invest more. Make it 50,000 rupees in the next 6 months I'll be saving. Make it specific enough so that you can actually track it. Number 11. FD as the default safe choice. An 8% fixed deposit sounds solid. Factor in inflation and taxes and your safe investment might be barely holding its value or even losing value. FDs are not wrong for short-term money you cannot risk. The mistake is treating them as your default for every investment purely out of habit. So before your next FD renewal, run one actual comparison. What would the same amount look like in 5 years in an index fund versus the FD after tax side by side? Number 12. Paying yourself last. This is the one habit that kept on showing up independently in every single person I talked to research for this video. Most people invest with whatever is left after rents, bills, subscription and all of their spending, which means most months what is left over is very little or nothing at all. Fixing this is as simple as flipping the order completely. The day your salary lands, treat your investments like an EMI that you have no choice about. Make it automated. Pay yourself first. Follow the 3 bank account rule. Set up SIP so that your investments are fully automated. I'll put a video in the I button here if you want to know more about it. 13. Leverage speculative investing. SEBI's own data from this past year found that 91% of individual retail traders in equity derivatives lost money. And it is getting worse, not better. I've seen a lot of people gamble away their money into penny stocks or options with no plan or knowledge. The fix: avoid investing and trading without having some buffer amount in your life and without having an educated, disciplined approach to it. Number 14. No emergency buffer. We talked about increasing your income, reducing your expenses, even automating your investments. And what is the result of all of this? Every single thing on this list assumes that your money stays invested long enough for it to compound. But one emergency bill, a job loss, a medical bill, a broken phone screen at the worst possible time with no buffer means that money comes out of your investments. What is a fix here? Before you do anything else on this list, make a good buffer of money enough to match 3 to 6 months of essential expenses and keep it somewhere easily accessible. Take insurance for you and your close family members. Do not treat it as a return generating asset. It will be the shield that lets every other habit on this list actually work without getting derailed by one bad month. So yes, 14 different habits. Be honest, you probably do at least 4 or 5 of them. Even I did. That is the whole point of a list like this. Mostly no single mistake is big or dramatic. They're quiet, they're normal, and that is exactly why they keep you poor for years. So to start, pick one. Not all 14, just one. Pick the one that feels like the most burning problem from this list and take a pledge that you will fix it from this week.